For years, we've been told that eating a lot of fat is bad for us. But a major new study shows fat may not be the real problem. The PURE study found high-carb foods like bread and rice and pasta may be much riskier than fat. Fox Medical Team's Beth Galvin breaks down what researchers have found.
This study, known as PURE, was huge in size. It included data from 135,000 people across 18 different countries. And what the researchers found challenges what we think about fat and carbs and what it means to eat healthy.
For years, we've had it drilled into us fat is bad, that loading up on things like butter and cheese and meat will send us on the fast track to a cath lab, raising our risk of dying from heart attack and stroke. But a major new study upends our obsession with cutting the fat, because Dr. Felipe Lobelo, an associate professor of global health at Emory's Rollins School of Public Health, says the PURE study shows going low fat is not the answer.
Because that hasn't really sort of worked, and we have more and more data showing that, if anything, it may have sort of negative consequences.
The PURE study researchers looked at data from about 130,000 people in 18 different countries, and what they found surprised them. For one, people who ate a higher fat diet were actually 23% less likely to die than those who restricted their fat intake. And the team found eating a higher carb diet, which many of us have switched to over the years, is actually much more dangerous.
Reductions in carbohydrates as a public health message are probably much more important than the prevailing message of limiting fats.
Because Dr. Lobelo says eating a carb-heavy diet, especially one that includes a lot of processed foods, can lead to insulin resistance and inflammation, which can raise our risk of type 2 diabetes and heart disease and cancer.
Again, this is not a carte blanche to go consume more fats or more animal protein products, because again, in this country we already do, but we're definitely relying too much on refined carbohydrates and carbohydrates in general in our diet, and those probably need to be substituted for more fruits and vegetables.
And speaking of fruits and vegetables, many of us have been told we can load up on them and eat as much as we want. Well, the researchers acknowledge those foods are healthy, but they say not in unlimited amounts. Instead, they recommend cutting back from 5 servings of fruit and vegetables a day to 3 or 4 servings a day. For your Fox Medical Team, I'm Beth Galvin.